Now, coming up is a fundraiser for little Andreas Shepherd from Hobart, who's a real cute little toddler who's having a real difficult start in life.
Yeah, he's got a bit of a heart condition, so if you're doing nothing on Saturday the 2nd of June, you should be coming along to Andreas Needs a Miracle, the gala dinner. It's going to be a bit of a night out with a difference, and one of the organisers is Linda Marino. Hello, Linda.
Hello.
You're his auntie, aren't you?
I'm his godmother.
Oh, godmother.
Oh, yeah, he's
right.
And so a night with a bit of a difference. What have we got going on for Andreas?
We've got a great night out at the Grand Chancellor. It includes a 3-course meal and drinks. We've got a comedy hypnotist as our main act, Zyklon Black.
Maybe you can get hypnotised. Have
Oh,
you been
shit.
hypnotised?
Oh, no, it doesn't work on me.
No, I did it once and it didn't work on me either.
Right, okay.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm telling you, Linda.
And we've also got live music from Jude Elliott, the wonderful Jude Elliott.
Oh, she's great.
She's actually writing a song for Andreas to be performed on the night, which will be beautiful.
She's a beautiful songwriter. She wrote a song for my 40th and made me cry, so I'll bring the tissues along on June 2nd.
Yeah, and we've also got local band Mind's Eye performing, so we can all get up and have a bit of a dance.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, and we've got an auction hosted by Hank Petruska and Anna McMahon.
The celebrity auctioneer. he does such a great job, but, you know, times are tight. We keep hearing this all the time, but I'm constantly astounded when something like this comes up. How many people put their hands up to help? Have you been inundated with support?
Absolutely. It's been so overwhelming, and I never could have done this by myself, just being the low of me, but people have just rallied behind Andreas, and it's just been wonderful. Yeah.
So explain what's happened to him. He was born with this condition?
He was. Basically what it's called is hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, which in simple terms is a thickening of the ventricles of his heart.
Right.
And unfortunately the condition actually worsens with age, so there is no real cure for him, and it is a terminal condition.
Yeah.
Unless they get a heart transplant,
that's
is that
right.
the only option?
If he can make it to age 10, then they think a transplant is a possibility.
He has to wait that long.
They've said that they think he'll make it to about age 2.
How old is he now exactly?
He's 10 months.
10 months.
Yeah, so the idea of the fundraiser is not necessarily to raise money for a cure. It's just to raise money to, you know, relieve some of the financial burden on his family, so they can
back and forth to Melbourne all the time, aren't they?
once a month. Yeah.
And that's the terrible part. Yeah, okay, the flights and all that, but you've also got to worry about accommodation, your expenses back home,
And the medicine.
Yeah, and it never stops, and it must be extremely difficult when you've got a sick child to be worried about that sort of stuff.
Exactly, and I mean that's one thing we can take away from them is that financial worry.
Yeah.
So that's the whole aim of the ball, is to raise money so they don't have to worry about paying their bills.
How can people find out about the ball?
They can email for tickets to it's andreasneedsamiracle@hotmail.com. They can phone 0439 661 169.
And you're all over Facebook as well?
Yes, Andreas Needs a Miracle Facebook page, which has all the details of the ball. So
And so many businesses have popped their hands up and just said, look, how can we help?
They really have.
And really asking people, you know, and their customers and just, you know, their suppliers to also get involved, and a lot of people have.
They have. It's been amazing.
Now, poor little Andreas had a bit of a stumbling point again this week, and he's back in Royal Hobart at the moment,
Yes,
isn't he?
that's right.
Can we give his mum a call? Is she up for a quick chat?
Yes,
Find out how he
absolutely.
is? All right, hang on there. We'll call Liz, his mum, find out how he's doing next. 7HRFM. 7HRFM, it's Joe and Jane Breakfast with the Stars, staying dry today with 16 degrees and some sunshine, which is nice. It's 9 to 9.
And on June 2nd, we'll be proudly hosting, thanks so much for asking us.
Thank you so much for agreeing.
Oh, that's all right. We'll be hosting Andreas Needs a Miracle, a big gala dinner that's happening at the Hotel Grand Chancellor. And it's all for a little local boy, Andreas, who's got a bit of a heart condition, which Linda has explained to us. But, you know, my thoughts always go to mum and dad and how they're doing, coping with a sick child, and also trying to, you know, exist as well.
Yeah, well, mum Liz is on the phone. Hello, Liz.
Hello.
Hello. How is Andreas doing this morning? Because you're in Royal Hobart this morning again?
Yes, we are. Yep, we're still here. This morning he's woke up quite happy, which is great. Big relief. He's sitting up and I'm actually getting a cuddle, so I'm very happy mum this morning.
So why did he have to go back in hospital this week?
Monday, Andreas was having a bath, playing with his little toy boat, and Andreas changes within a couple of seconds with no warning. He became unconscious on me and non-responsive and blue.
Oh my gosh, Liz.
With a pulse though, I must say, he did have a pulse.
Yeah.
Became an ambulance ride, emergency. We're just so grateful Andreas has thrown a little miracle again, and he's still here. No one was expecting that, so we're on IV antibiotics. We're thinking it's actually a chest infection at this stage, not confirmed.
Right. And he's actually got is it an IV drip in his scalp?
He has, with a beautiful little fascinator, if anyone's seen our pictures on Facebook. we could make some, Andreas and I could do arts and crafts for people for the races if they'd like. And he's on oxygen at the moment. He's requiring oxygen therapy, and his normal medications are 12 medications round the clock a day.
Liz, how do you cope as a mum, because it's a 24-hour-a-day job at the moment for you?
It is with 8. He also has a nasal gastric tube permanently down his nose into his stomach, which I put in. I actually started nursing myself, so for me to be able to cope emotionally, I'm very fortunate I started nursing. I'm not far off being registered. This is the reason why Andreas isn't in Melbourne, and as any parent, you'd want your child with you, not in hospital visiting, especially being in Melbourne.
Sure.
I think of Andreas as a patient, and I think you just have to. If I look at him as my child, sometimes I wouldn't cope. I would be an absolute wreck. There are times at 4 a.m. in the morning when I regularly, every night, cry myself to sleep for an hour. Sleep's pretty broken, 3 hours. It hits, the reality hits of what's just gone on, what I've said in a resus bay, what I've seen at home. But you just have to remain calm for him. We're very fortunate he's still here. We're very proud of everything he's doing.
I don't know how you do it.
He's a gorgeous little boy.
I don't know how you do it,
Anyone
Liz.
would do it. You just find a way to cope, but you have to be strong.
Are you just blown away, Liz, by just the sheer amount of not only support via Facebook, you get constantly getting messages of support from right around the world, but also just the local businesses that have just gone, look, we want to do whatever we can to help Andreas out.
Yes, we certainly are. I'm so grateful to everyone, and I'd like to say definitely thank you to everyone. We try to say thank you to everyone who sends a message or contacts us. It's just really hard, time constraint. But I've just been blown away. We thought a few people might respond, and we thought we'll just have to give it a go, because honestly, financially, I can't return to work. I don't know in 5 minutes if I'm in Hobart. We know we're aiming for Friday. We're going to be medically team transferred to Melbourne when Andreas is stable enough. How long? I don't know. He spent about 4.5 months of his life in and out of hospital, with 7.5 weeks being the longest. We spent Easter, my son's birthday yesterday. He came into hospital and we had it. You can't plan for anything anymore. So, yeah, that's why we're doing this. But I'm just so grateful to everyone. It's amazing to look in the middle of the night, you look at Facebook and there's messages, or you go to the Royal Children's and you're in emergency and someone sent their sister along that works there to come say hi and just give you a cuddle and say, we're all thinking of you. To the business, Marty Zuko, the wonderful things he's put up for auction, that is just going to make such a difference to Andreas' care. Anyone who's going to come to the ball, we're so grateful. And anyone who's got Andreas in their thoughts and prayers, and you guys for helping out as well.
No worries. Give him a cuddle from us. Thank you very much for the update.
Certainly will.
June 2nd is the ball, and as we said, it's all over Facebook. Thank you, Liz. Thank you to Linda for coming in as well.
Thank you very much for having us.
It's 4 to 9, 7HRFM.